Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Andhra Pradesh is one of the states that has commanded a leadership position in e-governance in the country. It is for this reason that the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, in partnership with Information Technology, Electronics and Communication Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh, organized the 20th edition of the National Conference on E-Governance 2017 at Visakhapatnam recently. One of the key highlights of the event was the special address by Venkaiah Naidu, Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Urban Development, Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation.
The Prime Minister has given a call for Team India, number one. Second, he has given a program of MISI-DC, MI, Make in India, SI, Skill India, DI, Digital India, CI, Clean India. So Team India, Make in India, Skill India, Digital India, Clean India, all will make strong India. The money which is given to the people by Chandrababu Naidu or by Narendra Modi or by KCR, by anybody, it should reach the people. It should reach the people for that DBT, Direct Benefit Transfer. Your scholarship, your pension, your subsidy, your compensation, whatever you are going to give, it should reach the people without any leakage. For that he came out with this JAM, Janadhana Yojana, then Aadhaar and then mobile. JAM. You can get your money directly. So now slowly we are moving towards getting money, whatever money is put there, it will be known in your mobile. And you can, coming days, you can draw your money also through mobile. In the coming days, there is no need even to have mobile also. You can directly transfer money if you have thumb. So this is the great transformation that has come in the technology. This is the great transformation that is coming in the administration. So we must come out with much more innovative steps to see that people are given better services, people are given correct information, people are assured and of a responsive governance at every level. In that, this e-governance plays an important role. E-governance will provide you proper governance and will make you to know what are your rights, what are your responsibilities, what are your duties, what are your entitlements. And then you can ask for your entitlements and you can apply online and you will get reply also online and there will be supply also forward also after getting the reply. This is the beauty of the system. We should really come out with much more innovative ideas. The technology is very fast and technology is a very good interface to remove discretion, thereby empowering citizens.
The theme for this year's conference was Digital Transformation, and it was mainly aligned to the Digital India initiative of the Government of India. The main agenda of the conference was to showcase the giant strides taken by India in the field of e-governance.
I think we have moved very fast in the last 7-8 weeks that ever since the announcement was made by the Honorable Prime Minister on the 8th of November, and what is most gratifying is that the people are voluntarily coming forward to become a part of this less cash transaction movement.
If you look at the current situation, the government has also come up with very progressive roadmaps and the e-Pragati program and the kind of integrated architecture which has been envisaged is something which I think is worth emulation by other states as well.
Aadhaar is becoming a basic building block, and an India stack is getting built around that.
Chandrababu Naidu, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, spoke on the need for new thinking, planning and execution for progress in any sector. He was of the opinion that out-of-the-box ideas and effective planning with advanced technologies in the administration would aid e-governance.
Today, we are very interesting time. This is technology with Internet of Things. I want to bring all technologies available anywhere in the world, and we will do some research, some exercise, some fintech companies also in the future. We will use all these things in Andhra Pradesh. And also if you see here, On digital economy, within no time, for the last 55 days, morning also had a review. We have reached now 34%. I am confident by year end we will be comfortable. That means we may reach 50% or 60% also. I am hearing everywhere, this is a history. Nowhere with a short time, 2 months time or 3 months time or 4 months time, 60%, 50% digital currency, this is the first of its kind in the world. That itself is an indication. India is very strong in technology. There is a demographic dividend. Younger population, only the country which is having India. And technology penetration is very high. Technology adoption also is very high. Young population are adopting, even older people are also using this, very simple. Even we are doing very interestingly blockchain technology. People are saying now cyber security to give better image and also to do all these things. We are bringing blockchain technology and also RTG, real-time governance we are going. This is where I need all our cooperation. Everything I want to integrate and real-time governance we will introduce here.
Coming up after the break, highlights from the 3 plenary sessions that were held on the first day of the conference. The 20th edition of the National Conference on E-Governance 2017, held at Visakhapatnam, was held on the premise Minimum Government, Maximum Governance. The topic of the first plenary session was on how the Internet of Things and data analytics is transforming government processes and service delivery, especially in the areas of agriculture, education and healthcare.
It is creating of a mesh that we are talking about across sensors, across communication grids, using tools and technologies as well as lots of devices that are coming out.
Cloud platform that we need to create for the country of India for IoT will have 3 aspects, right? It will be scalable. It will be able to scale up to trillions and trillions of devices, sensors that we were talking about that can send data in real time. It will be secure, which means that we will have to make sure that sensitive personal information, personally identifiable information, and all of the communication is secure so that people cannot misuse it. And third, it will allow you to do data analysis at scale.
We have created country's first platform, which is an IoT-enabled platform for monitoring the entire set of billboards. We can take it to farmers. There is so much of the farmland in this country which is closer to the state highways and any other interesting places. We can create a billboard for the farmer. Financial assistance can be given to him, and once these billboards are registered on this platform, which is being used by the entire set of stakeholders in the outdoor industry, which includes brand owners, which includes agencies, as well as the billboard owners. So when they register here, we can provide an alternative revenue of 15,000-20,000 to a small farmer just by billboard in his farmland.
Next was the plenary session on building up India's capabilities in terms of cybersecurity governance, monetary transactions and defense. The focus was to garner relevant discussions for enabling policies to protect against cyber theft and attacks.
We need to build a world-class, secure and safe real-time e-governance ecosystem built on top of a future-proof and evolving national cybersecurity infrastructure so that we can deal with the next-generation threats. We need to innovate. So I'm talking about a next-generation cryptographic infrastructure which will basically be an alternative to digital certificates and the PKI that we have known about. This is happening in the WISAG lab.
I'd like to say that cybersecurity, it's an ongoing issue, which means that when we define whether a national cybersecurity policy or a state-level security policy or an organization-level security policy, it needs to be reviewed on a yearly basis because technology itself is transitioning. It's undergoing change very rapidly. And hence, we may have a strategy or a policy which is secure today, it may be redundant 2 years from now if it is not reviewed. So the whole process of security, at least as a professional, how I divide it is basically between 4 pillars. Cybersecurity has got 4 pillars. Protect, detect, respond and recover.
The third plenary session focused on how digital connectivity can be assured to the last mile through a fiber grid, alternative technologies for remote areas, as well as those areas affected by natural calamities.
Telecom industry in India has adequate spectrum, especially the data spectrum, to provide high speed on the mobile network, but restricted to almost 40 to 50% of the population only in the 1100 plus cities where these networks exist. This brings us to the rest of the population, which is the rural area mostly, and this is where the Government of India is intervening through the BharatNet program, an optical fiber cable network program to provide connectivity to the last mile.
The main options for providing last mile digital connectivity are listed here, basically for voice, data and video services. If you see the present available options, telecom towers, microwave towers and RF towers, including 2G, 3G, 4G, etc. Fiber, both aerial and underground, and the BSNL coaxial cable existing now, VSAT and TV white space. More or less the same options for data. And for video, you have the cable TV networks in the rural and semi-urban areas. Now DTH is proliferating, plus IPTV. These are broadly the bouquet of options, but the big challenge that we face in society today is how to expand the reach of broadband or qualitative internet or data services to the rural areas and interior areas. Voice, video and data services to be taken to the last mile, logically, to the rural areas and interior areas. And the key issues here again are reliability of the option, the quality of the services, the cost implications and the timelines for implementation. So mix of all these options is required to really go deep into the rural areas for providing affordable and qualitative services.
Coming up after the break, highlights of the 2 remaining plenary sessions and highlights of the National Awards for e-Governance. The 20th edition of the National Conference on E-Governance 2017, held at Visakhapatnam, offered an opportunity for the public and private sector to discuss best practices and explore new areas of partnership in areas related to e-governance by leveraging various technology initiatives. The plenary session on technology-led monetary transactions leading to financial inclusion focused on active involvement of technology in monetary transactions.
Blockchain technology does have the following advantages. It is necessary. You need not do a third-party verification or KYC because there's greater security. You can do a peer-to-peer money transfer almost immediately. You can use it for land registration. It's a very, very powerful tool. You can use blockchain for KYC, thereby avoiding a very time-consuming step. If you look at the new financial model, they are going to be ecosystems. You can have a payment bank, you can call it any one of the payment banks. And the payment bank can have a link using an API, which is a pretty robust technology today. And it can link up with a peer-to-peer lender. It can link up with an insurance company. It can link up with a direct benefit transfer space, which essentially means that the payment bank gets his money only and only through operational efficiency. We are in an era where digital and electronic is going to change our world of inclusion and payments.
The cashless economy, every customer starts doing their sales through fund transfer, then payments through fund transfer, all the transactions come in the account. Then I can make a better decision whether to give a 30,000 loan or this client doesn't need a loan but they require more savings. So those kind of decision making and appropriateness of the product services becomes very easy and it will happen. And these are the 2 important, I think, the end results which I see the digitalization of payments is going to result in. And that's going to be a huge fillip to the financial inclusion.
the last and final plenary session on the topic Andhra Pradesh Leading Industry 4.0 focused on the various IT initiatives undertaken by the government in IT and the Internet of Things across different sectors.
Effective program management is key to success already it is a complex web of things. So you need to have a professionally managed PMU as an essential first step. And sequence, the core is the most important. Sequence of how you implement these various modules is very important. Ownership by the line department is very important. Wherever they take ownership, the project goes pretty fast. And procurement procedures. And one lesson that has come is the biggest enemy of e-governance is governance itself. So you have to overcome that hurdle first, then before it can be a successful thing. And capacity building is very important here. So this is what I have to go. We are at an exciting stage of e-Pragati. I'm hoping by December 2017, we would have put it on ground. Hopefully by next e-governance conference, we can demonstrate it.
Andhra Pradesh has come up with an excellent dashboard which has become a role model in the country. I would like to explain the brief features of this core dashboard, we call it as. Core is nothing but CM Office real-time executive dashboard. This is basically even not only for the Chief Minister, for the ministers, for the head of the departments, for secretaries, and also even up to collectors, even up to mandal level, people can know in real time the information. This core dashboard enables the administration with a data-led decision-making process. This leads to proactive governance. Whatever are the key performance indicators, they can be brought into this core dashboard and they can be monitored. With this key dashboard, we have an ability to track progress of department and schemes at real time.
To go back a little in the history, Industrial Revolution was something that we used to observe once in, let's say, 100 years. We are probably the first one in the history to have the opportunity to witness two industrial revolution in our lifetime. 80s saw the IT and the electronics and the automation side of it, and now we are sitting in 2016 talking about Internet of Things and connected governance. We also saw, Andhra at that point in time to be leading that initiative even in the third industrial revolution, where it was acting as a pioneer in some of the initiatives, and we had Honorable Chief Minister, talk about it yesterday. What it essentially does today in the fourth industrial revolution, and what state governments like Andhra Pradesh and Government of India should be thinking about to be able to harness this opportunity that lies today in front of us. The industrial third revolution actually helped us to provide the concept with e-governance. I think what opportunity lies today in front of us with the fourth industrial revolution is to move from that e-governance to being agile governance. Because the benefit of hindsight that we had, 2 decades back, will cease to exist. Primarily because the pace of change today is going to be exponential. We are not going to see any more linear approach towards or sequential approach towards some of the activities and citizen-centric delivery that government needs to plan for. And the example of something like dashboard, which actually helps the state government to be very agile in responding to the needs of citizenry, state enterprise architecture where interoperability and communication between different devices is something that we've been talking about, is again one of the steps toward achieving that objective.
I'm going to request you, sir, to please give away all our awards.
To recognize and promote excellence in implementation of e-governance initiatives, DAR and PG present the national awards every year during the National Conference on E-Governance.
Excellence in government process re-engineering. The winning project is Loan Charge Creation Module of Andhra Pradesh.
This year's national awards for e-governance were presented in 2 types of awards for each category. Out of 20 awards, 9 were gold and 11 silver. The Union Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology and Law and Justice, P.P. Chaudhary, handed over the awards to the winners.
Category of awards is Outstanding Performance in Citizen-Centric Service Delivery. The Gold award in this category goes to the Aadhaar-enabled public distribution system of Andhra Pradesh. Can we give it up for them, please? Innovative use of ICT by central government PSUs. The silver award in this category goes to Gyan Era Online Learning Management System of Andhra Pradesh.
It will benefit the entire nation because we shall be in position to know the inputs which after deliberation we are getting, and apart from it, the institution, organization or the individual NGO, whatever may be, if they are performing best, then they are also being given the prize in this conference. So it will be an encouragement for the others, and for achieving the digital India, it will work as a mission all over the country.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.